Well, hello and very good evening and a very warm welcome to a special program called Cricit Predicta on NewsX, powered by 1xBet. Today's IPL match pits Delhi Capitals against Sunrisers Hyderabad at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. This marks the first encounter of the season between these two teams in the capital city. Delhi Capitals, currently standing on the 6th place on the points table, face off against Sunrisers Hyderabad, who hold the 4th position. With the both teams eyeing a crucial win to improve their standings, the match promises to be a perfectly contested battle on a pitch that has seen a shift in the character, now favouring batsmen and leading to the high-scoring encounters. Well, yesterday's IPL action had Lucknow Super Giants secure a convincing victory over Chennai Super Kings at the Ikana Stadium, Lucknow. Decision to bowl first paid dividends as they restricted Chennai to 176 runs for 6 wickets. Chasing the target, Lucknow comfortably reached 177 runs in 19 overs, with Captain KL Rahul's stellar performance earning him the Player of the Match title. As the tournament progresses, both teams, and all teams rather, continue to strategize and adapt a varying pitch condition, making each match point a captivating spectacle for a cricket enthusiast worldwide. What you see on television right now is the over-to-over analysis to know where the Manhattan has helped which team. And if you would see somewhere in the middle overs, that's what is causing the Waterloo. Well, I have two of the esteemed guests joining me today. Sutherland Vishwanath, the man himself, the man with the golden gloves, who's been responsible for getting India that coveted Champions of Champions trophy, and Mr. Gautam, who makes his debut on our show this time. He's a former IPL player and someone who understands the game, has seen it all through. But first, Sutherland Vishwanath. Sutherland Vishwanath, your memories of Delhi, when did they play well? If you make an exception of the previous match where they gutted Gujarat Titans.
Yeah. Good evening, Sunil. Good evening, Gautam. Welcome aboard. And I hope you have a good stint as a commentator. Well, we're all set up for an emotional homecoming for Rishabh Pant and the Delhi boys. And Rishabh Pant actually walked on crutches during one of his first public appearances in Kotla. But today he'll have to put on his sleeping cap because he's taking a marauding SRH team on. And the SRH team are doing really well. They're firing on all cylinders in the top order. They're doing very well with the likes of Travis Head and Albert Klassen and Abhishek Sharma giving some great support to Travis Head up the order. They both are working in tandem, left and right hand pair combination. Your favorite player, one of your favorite players, Alden Makaram, is coming to the party.
Yes.
And they also have Abdul Samad who can hit the ball out of the ground. But I think the toss will play a very vital role. So then it's going to be Rishabh Pant, who would love to bat first. And like you rightly say, the Kotla wicket has started to favour the batsman. And it's going to be a keen encounter. It all promises to go down to the wire. It's going to be a real thriller.
Well, I also take this opportunity to welcome Gautam. Gautam, welcome to the show. Just want to understand from your point of view, what do these short boundaries... Gautam will join us shortly. In the meanwhile, let me just also ask Sutherland Vishwanath. Sutherland, is it a heartening thing to see Rishabh Pant play the way he is, considering that he's the highest scorer for Delhi and he's at 210 runs. In fact, the only player from Delhi who has crossed 210 runs. Your views?
Sunil, what a story. What an emotional story of Rishabh Pant. I mean, the way he's come up in his life, you know, with sheer perseverance, with sheer hard work, with sheer tenacity and grit. I mean, it's a story for all young cricketers, team cricketers to adapt, and he can make him your role model. I mean, it's an exceptional story. Staying in the Gurudwara in the night, getting back to the academics, and then pursuing his cricket in the cricket academy. It's a real fairy tale story. And he also escaped miraculously from a horrific car accident. And now to see him back on the cricket field not only gladdens my heart, but it gladdens millions of cricket lovers all over the world.
Absolutely. Gautam, welcome to the show. With this, how does it feel to be actually facing the camera and not being in the dugout, especially after the IPL? Yes, your views.
It's something different, it's my first things as a TV commentator, and I'm really looking forward to this.
Absolutely. Which part of the world are you at and what are you doing there?
I'm in Bangalore right now.
Oh.
I just finished my training.
Oh, lovely. I thought we've gone to UK. But coming back, when you play at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, of course, the difference is between the new players and Sutherland's generation. They call it the Kotla Firosha and we term it as the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Gautam, the boundary is there at the back, at the square leg and at the leg glance. It's 55 meters. Do you think there'll be more upper edge coming there? Your views?
Yeah, I played a lot of cricket at Firosha Kotla when I was playing. Now it's Arun Jaitley Stadium. And to be honest with you, the side boundaries are like shorter to compare to the other grounds in the India. And the dew factor plays a vital role in Delhi, you know. And at the same time, the wicket is like pretty flat and it doesn't have that much of bounce what you see in Wankhede or at Bangalore. So the bowlers will have a tough time unless and until they have their plan A, plan B or plan C. And playing against HRS is a huge task. You know, like the batsmen have been firing all cylinders all throughout the season. So it's going to be a challenge for Delhi Capitals to restrict them under 200 and probably chase that target down. So it will be an interesting battle, I would say. It's between Delhi bowlers versus the SRH batsmen.
Well, you've done a little bit of bowling yourself very professionally. Just want to understand what's going wrong with Delhi. I mean, they've been giving runs, they haven't been getting wickets, and they seldom score. And the foreigners, especially the Australians, they refuse to come to the party and throw. In that case, what is the mood of the dugout?
I think they have been inconsistent right throughout the season. I think David Warner didn't fire at the top, and the same thing with the Mitchell Marsh also. So these two guys have not performed to the expectation of Delhi Capitals. That has given a huge headache for the Delhi Capitals this year. And obviously, Rishabh Pant coming back from the injury, he took about 2 to 3 games to settle down, and right now he's playing his best game. So they've been pretty inconsistent, I would say. And even when it comes to bowling, they have been bowling well in patches. And Kuldeep was not playing 3-4 games in between because of injury, and now he's come back strongly. So they're heavily dependent on Khalil Ahmed up front and the middle over Kuldeep Yadav to control the innings. So they've been inconsistent, and hopefully they get consistent towards the fag end of the tournament.
Well, when we talk about, and this is to Sutherland Vishwanath, Sutherland, when we talk about the SRH, they are the team who've scored the most number of runs. They've scored the most number of double hundreds in individual players. They've got the most number of half centuries as well. Now, what do you make of a team where your top 3 batters have all crossed? Henry Klaasen, 253 runs. Travis Head, 235. Abhishek Sharma, 211. As compared to Delhi, which has got only Rishabh Pant scoring 210. Stubbs, 189, David Warner, 166, Prithvi Shaw, 158. Now, how do you compare these two faces, two notions, two teams who are trying to do something brilliant for their cities? Your play.
Well, you hit the nail on its head. Anything well started is half the work done. Pat Cummins must be feeling really proud of his opening pair. You know, SRH opening pair is the only opening pair in the IPL who are averaging more than 50. In contrast, the DC opening pair, their average is just a little bit more than 36.
That's correct.
And what can you say? What can you say, Sunil? I mean, Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Alden Markram, Abdul Samad, they all have been absolutely superb with their pyrotechnics. They're taking the aerial route. And yeah, they go berserk. They've been given the license to attack by the New Zealand coach. And I think they're playing attacking cricket. Travis Head's mantra is to catch the bull by its horns, get after the bowling, hit anything in the arc, and send them even over the rope. And that's what they've been doing amazingly well. And that's the difference between SRH and DC. DC too will have to attack very well.
Gautam, 6 matches, and this is for Gautam on the show. 1,278 runs. Run rate is at 10.81. Highest is 287. They've got 105 750s as compared to DC, who've played 7 matches and are still at 1,171 runs, and their average run rate is 9.41. Now, their highest score is 205. What do you make of this team with so many big names, including in the dugout, including in the support staff, coaches. Do you think there's a mismatch in the profile on the auction table vis-a-vis the performance on the field? Gautam.
Yeah, I think, as I said earlier, like, SRH batsmen have gone all guns blazing in this tournament. If you look at like the scores, 277 and 287 against RCB, the highest scores of the season. So, having played with Daniel Vittori at RCB, he was a captain there,
Yes.
and he gives that liberty and the freedom to players for the players to go and express themselves. He doesn't put any pressure on the players. What I played under him, and he's like a very cool guy off the field as well. So you can interact and you can talk and you can do whatever you want with him. And he's one of the good coaches in the current IPL setup. So
We're also joined by Noel David. Noel David, when you have an onslaught, an explosion of runs, just like we see SRH doing, what is happening in the dugout, and what do you think the coaches would be saying? Is it plan B, C, D, or is it the plan A which Delhi should be expecting? Because in the last 3 matches, SRH has been completely playing the demolition team's game.
As rightly, Gautam was rightly saying, that the SRH is going, all guns. I think they got the tick marks, the boxes right at the present, at everything. And he has played, Gautam has played in IPL, and he knows the in and out what's
Absolutely.
happening. Yeah, okay. And I think the right information, what he has given is that the coach is important.
Yes.
Okay, whatsoever, the coach is important. If the coach is, gives the freedom to the players and says, go out there and express yourself, do what you think is right, then the players will give their 100%.
Hold
but
on.
if the coach is...
May I respectfully open the discussion? The coach is very important. If the coach is right, well, between the mentor and the coach for the Delhi team, you've got some of the big names in that place. Sadanan Vishwanath, what's going wrong with Ponting? What's wrong with Saurav Ganguly? Or what's going wrong with the other people? Or should the Delhi be only taking inspiration from a guy called the bowling coach called James Hope? Because that is the only hope they seem to be finding in Delhi's dugout.
It's very tough to be an IPL coach because you hardly have enough time to interact with the players. You just come here for these 45 days or sometimes 2 months. And I would like the coaches to visit these people's homes, talk to their friends, go to their playgrounds where they were playing and where they practiced match in their childhood. Try to understand the culture, try to understand the heritage, try to understand the history of our incredible country, try to get a connect with the players. And that's why the foreign coaches are taking some time to connect with the local players. You see, many of the teams that are doing well, they've got even their local players firing. So as a coach, you don't need to say too much to the foreign players.
Absolutely.
Because they already established stars, So
Gautam, till recently, I'm sorry, this is a very exciting discussion happening.
Yeah.
And we are privileged to have Gautam here, who's just till recently played the IPL. Gautam, what has been your memory of one of the best coaches, maybe foreign, maybe Indian, in the IPL? Let's put it this way, the IPL. Let's restrict ourselves.
I think when I played for Mumbai Indians, Anil Kumble, undoubtedly, he always backs your play, he gives that assurance. Anil Kumble and Rohit Sharma together in partnership with John Wright, I think we had one of the best seasons. We won 2 trophies together.
Yes.
And they both are like very calm and collective. And at the same time, they give that assurance for the players to go out and express themselves. They don't put any kind of pressure, and their role is defined to each and every player in the team.
Sadanand, you've seen... Sorry, go on. Finish yours. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is very important. The role specification and the roles what you give to the players, understanding their ability and capabilities is very, very important.
Question to Sadanand Vishwanath. Your anecdote of Anil Kumble, the player, Anil Kumble, the mentor, and now Anil Kumble, the global greatest think tank of modern day cricket.
Well, there's so many anecdotes I remember. But I remember going to the airport in Bangalore when he got those 10 wickets versus Pakistan. And the flight was delayed. So I had to wait for some time. And finally, when Jumbo arrived there in the evening, there was a multitude of crowd, everybody waiting to garland him. And we all followed his motorcade. And It was a great feeling to welcome Anil Kumble. The circle in MG Road was called Anil Kumble Circle after that. And Anil, the Jumbo, is a great human being, a wonderful inspiration, and a real credit for Indian cricket and Karnataka.
Well, I can
cricket.
say, on air, I can admit to have watched that Sunday afternoon where Jayaprakash umpire raising his finger to give the last man out. But that's a part of the history. Coming back, it's an interesting question. We've got the Mumbai Indian guy here, someone who's seen it. Gautam, you've been a part of the dugout. Also, a very sneaky question in from a fan. Do you think Mumbai is missing Rohit Sharma and the combination of Anil Kumble? Just go out and be blunt.
Undoubtedly, like the experience what Rohit Sharma has got into the table, like it's like massive. And especially the kind of World Cup he's had, the confidence he's had. I think Mumbai missed the trick by not retaining him as a captain. So obviously, like everyone knows, Rohit is like very calm and collective guy, and he's like very good with the players, and he gives that assurance. I played under him. He's one of the guys who came and told me when I got into the Mumbai Indians side, look, I'm giving you 5 matches. You just go out and express yourself. Don't worry about anyone. I'm backing you. I'm giving you the assurance. So that gave me a lot of confidence. I did well that season for Mumbai Indians.
Very important.
So that is the kind of a captain you need. That is the captain you need as a player.
Absolutely. Is that the reason why the players gave their 100% and over 100% to a skipper like Rohit Sharma?
Absolutely. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won 5 IPL trophies, The kind of inputs and the kind of backing he does and the kind of relationship he has with the players is completely different from the other captains. Obviously, I've not played under Dhoni or Virat Kohli. I've played under Rohit, and his captaincy is exceptional, and his personal connect with the people and his composure and calmness under pressure is incredible.
Well, he seems to be one of the... Today we are talking about SRH and Delhi Capitals. Well, nothing more to write except the fact that is Delhi going to win the toss? That's the only thing Delhi seems to be winning these days. But we'll move on and catch you, Gautam, for one more question. Won't put you in a spot, but let me just ask you. Is Rohit Sharma's timing of the ball and the connect with the bat and ball more easy, or the connect with the players comes handy?
I would say both. He's like one of the best batsmen I've ever seen in my life. His timing is unbelievable. And he's so calm. So that impresses me a lot. Like you put him under pressure, he like comes out with an answer. So like I would say both.
Absolutely. Do you see... Okay, if I ask you this question, you're going to be making the headlines throughout. But do you think when you come back? Well, Gautam know exactly when to duck, when to go well left, and I think he's well left. Noel David, let me just ask you another question. When is the juggernaut of Hyderabad team going to end? When are they going to have mercy on smaller teams?
That's a $1 million question, Sunil. I hopefully they'll have it today, and hopefully they are doing good. You see, they have been a unit going strong with their batting lineup. They have a huge setup at present in Hyderabad. They are, they have the rest of whoever's not there. They keep practicing in Hyderabad in the stadium. So I think they have their plan set up. They have everything in a straight line. And I think at present what SRH is doing, I think hats off to the captain himself, the management, getting the right players at this auction, because past few years SRH was looking not in that form of state of a team which we expected, but this year without expectation they formed a formidable team, and I think all credit goes to the franchisee owners. They have picked everything right, and hopefully they will get into the qualifying rounds, which we all Hyderabadis are looking forward to.
Gautam, I have to ask you, now that we are talking about the top-heavy teams, the coaching staff and everything, you have Ricky Ponting, Praveen Amre, mentor as Saurav Ganguly, Biju George, James Holmes and Jnaneshwar Rao. On the other hand, you have Daniel Vittori, who rarely gives any interviews. You have assistant coach in Simon Helmont. You have batting coach as Hemang Bidani, spin bowling coach Muralidharan. Of course, he's got this connect with the owners for long, and pace bowling coach James Franklin. Do you think it helps? It is the first question is, do you think the DNA of Hyderabad is that they've got low profile players who are actively producing brilliant results, and at the same time they've got not glamorous, they don't have a blockbuster coach or a very big mentor, but you've got somebody who delivers. Do you think this is a template for a T20 franchise cricket? Your views, Gautam?
I think sometimes they say too many cooks spoil the broth, So having too many legends in a dugout or dressing room might cause a problem. And having said that, Daniel Vittori is a cool guy.
Right.
And they've done really well in the auction. They just wanted a good captain and a good opening batsman. They got it in the auction. And they went all out for Pat Cummins because they were very badly in need of a good captain. So they ticked all the boxes right in the auction. That is a first stepping stone towards the success. They did that right, and now they're firing as a team. They're playing with a lot of freedom. So the owners have done really well, and we are really, really happy to see HRS in this.
Gautam, let me sneak, since we are running out of time, let me sneak one last 30-second question. You've spoken about Rohit Sharma's on-field demeanor. You've spoken about Anil Kumble's strategy and think process. Tell us about the great master blaster, Sachin Tendulkar's presence in the dugout. What do you think of that?
Unbelievable. Seriously, what a man. The first time when I met him, I had goosebumps all over my body, And the kind of composure he comes up with, and you ask him whatever questions, even the silly questions, he'll answer, and he's always there for the team. Unless and until you go and ask him, he won't come and tell you anything. So he's a guy, he knows how to carry himself, and he's got a lot of respect, obviously, from everyone. And whenever the team needs him, he's always there, be it practice or match or in a team meeting or dressing room. So the kind of inputs he gives is invaluable. And I'm really blessed and lucky to played and be with Sachin sir.
Absolutely. Well, that's all. Please, Noel. We've got just 10 seconds left. Sachin, go on, take that shot.
Sachin is ahead of everything. He's ahead of the game. That's for sure. His planning is well in advance. He does it well in advance because I played with him. I played under him. I played the legends under him. So he plans ahead. He knows exactly what he wants to do in this game and he executes his plans.
Well, it's been a rare privilege to have all the three guests who played for India, and one of them is actually, till recently, was a part of the IPL squad. Well, that's all we had time for. I thank Gautam, who's going to be the future commentator and an analyst. Looks like the great promise to be. Of course, Sadanan Vishwanath, who served Indian team and has been a part of the BCCI, and Noel David. What a fielder he was in his heyday, and he still packs a punch. Well, that's all we had time for. Keep watching NewsX. We'll be back after a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere else.